Hello, hello, I am Rangru.
And I'm Graham.
Here today with another 1v1 from the Wargame Bootcamp Discord Elite/Veteran Tournament. We are in a fight of mud. And who is duking out today, Graham?
So today we're getting down and dirty here. We have Cute Snake once again in the left-hand side, in the blue, playing as Eurocore. And on the right, we have Lordpie playing as Red Dragons, and both are unspec'd.
Indeed, and some nice change of pace in Red Dragons, one of my more
Yeah.
favourite decks to see, just because of all the crazy light armor and just fun. It's a bit more motorized, I would say.
Yeah, I know you're a big Red Dragon Moto fan as well, ever since the last balance patch, right, from Eugen.
Oh yeah.
Was that almost 2 years ago now? A year
And a
and
half.
change? Year and a half, yeah. But I'm a big fan of Eurocore. I always love watching it. They have such cool units. They're iconic, obviously, for the game. And so we see a really big push going up from the Charlie Road towards the main central town past Delta.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. He's completely, in that case, Orangina, completely left Delta Town unopposed. He's not going to fight for it, just use the place to go for. He is kind of going the distance here and trying to get the Foxtrot Delta Town, which, if it doesn't work, he's going to be really up shit creek.
Yeah, it's very, like you said, it's very unusual. Oh, excuse me. It's very unusual on this map here. Normally, the town, like you talked about, the major crossroads town down there by Delta, is where the heavy fighting goes on here. So, you know, Cute Snake, Orangina, whatever we want to call him, he's pretty much all in here. Like, this has to, some extent, work. He's got to be able to get infantry in here that he can also support over an extended period of time. Now, we do see these transports getting opened up here. AMX 13 is going to load the reservists so they can take the damage. And Leclerc try and push back these Chinese, I believe it's Chinese Marines, right?
I believe, yeah, shock troops. Yeah. But yeah, pushing for the central town, we have seen people do it before in the past, and it does, if you pull it off, can work really well. Because it allows you to pretty much neutralize Delta pretty easily, so you can shut down like the enemy back half. And it also gives you a very good area to push into Foxtrot. It gives you a lot of room for flexibility. The downside is you lose Alpha.
Yeah, right. Actually have a major tank engagement going on. Two ZTZ-85 threes. One goes down to a side shot from the Milan 2 there, the tree line. The other one goes down to the Leclerc. So huge engagement right there, and Cute Snake comes out clearly the victor.
Yeah, fantastic engagement. And also we're seeing Cute Snake go for a little bit of a, well, he's trying to go for an Echo CV spot, but yeah, it is base defense, and the base defense actually defended the base.
Yeah, he's got some PGZ-88s there, which are just really nice for base defense at 35 points, super cheap. And so, but I mean, that's a big win right there, Rang, for Cute Snake.
Yeah, because that keeps that Foxtrot Delta Town Road open, and there's not really much here it's Lordpie can, you know, bring on over to try and stop this.
No, now Lordpie's in a bad spot, right? Because if this push is stopped, then Lordpie's in an amazing position and he can kind of dictate the game from here. But losing both ZTZs at the same time, coupled with this town, looks like it's going to fall. Obviously, more infantry that are not reservists need to get into town, but we have Rima 85 coming up. I'm not sure what's in those Vabs. I think Legion?
It could be, yeah. I think it's, yeah, it's Legion.
Oh, they just got nuked, though.
Ooh.
Oh,
foreign
wow.
Legion is not so foreign to those bombs, it seems.
No, there was nothing there to protect them. They were like, you know, where's air power at? This ain't DM Bin Fu. But, I mean, both squads are alive, so in theory, he might be able to extricate them and, you know, get them replenished. But the Rima 85 squad's going down is a huge blow as well.
Yeah, it's just given Lordpie, bomb and run, that perfect opportunity, just enough time to bring in his elite troops, and also, the support troops as well going in. Very hot CQC.
Yeah, I mean, Lordpie's going to need to get better infantry up there as well at some point. The reservists, while they won't really kill the Jandui, I don't even want to pronounce that again. I tried for the viewers out there. But the shock troops will win these fights, right? And even the standoff infantry there should buy a little bit of time. So he's going to need to get some decent infantry in there just to help consolidate and clear it up. But we see the Leclerc pushing up here pretty aggressively along with the Leopard 2A1. Though that ZTQ 62, almost gets him, but so that's another expensive loss there for. I believe that's the 60-point one.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I thought it might have been 60.1. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the AMX 10 wannabe.
Yeah.
AMX 10 RC wannabe. Yeah.
It's better.
No, that's absolutely atrocious. Please void
It was
Top
the
Ranger
true like recon power creep tank before recon power creep tank became the norm for DLCs.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good point. I mean, I'm still a big fan of the AMX 10 RC, though I will say of all the recon power creep, the Roycat has won my heart. But we see the Legion 90 are actually going to get up here. The other two squads, he decided just to send them in there with their 3 HP, and they are dead. But these guys are going to get in here. And Legion 90 in a town ring are so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, and especially once they solidify that town, especially in this location, because that short road between the hill and the town, that's Eric's country, right? Yeah, like tried and true. He is going to have a lovely time just shutting down those Chinese and North Korean paper armor tanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see already here, Eric's opening up. I mean, those are WZ 551s, which actually have a 25 mil. If people, viewers don't know. So they're actually a pretty decent little transport, but the Eric's just pop them like it's, like candy right there.
Yeah.
Choma 5 actually on the road there, pushing back that Leopard 2A1. Nice little bit of smoke because he's going to try and get more infantry in here, Rang, but he's not smoking the Eric's. And I think they'll have an angle here on these transports. Yeah, and they will. They're going to dismount.
Yeah, and the AMX 1390s as well. Perfect location. Cute Snake has done a very good job of getting this town, and now he's pretty much solidified it. And yeah, he's going to be bringing up a CV to Foxtrot to try to cap it out. I guess his best bet now is to try to hook around Foxtrot and really just lock it down from the 2 forest positions.
Yeah, is an example of sticking with the plan. Blitzwar told me one time after a game in his tournament, you got to stick with the plan, Graham, and I didn't stick with the plan and I lost, right? He's sticking with it. He took some losses. That bombing run was really heavy, but he is now fully entrenched in this crossroads town between Foxtrot and Delta, and I don't know if Lordpie will be able to extricate him anytime soon. So if I'm Lordpie, I think it's time to go and probe somewhere and push somewhere else.
Yeah. And because if we look back down south, Alpha and Delta has been pretty clear. I'm guessing from Lordpie, really his best bet, maybe try to push up into Delta and start threatening Charlie. Try to put in some pressure elsewhere. I mean, he can't really push up north from south because that town is just really too much of an entrenchment. He's just not going to get anywhere, just trying to keep attacking his town.
No, this isn't a 4v4 where you and all your boys can bring out an infinite number of artillery pieces, right, and suppress the town, level it, and then launch a coordinated assault on it. It's 1v1, and you do not have enough firepower. That BM-24 is not going to cut it, right? So I agree with you. I think a thunder run towards the next crossroad town by Delta, where there's only the one Milan F2 team there in the south, that would be my move. Go for there, try and get entrenched in there, and that allows you to kind of control most of Delta. But he's in a rough spot either way you look at it.
Yeah. He hasn't traded out effectively for all his, heavy tanks going down. And, yeah, it just seems like he's, stalling a bit. And, okay, he's just going to keep throwing more fire support. Oh, no, it's a anti-tank plane.
It's an anti-tank plane, but, What's he doing?
I think he was trying to go for the Leclerc, but he lost line of sight, and... Why did he smoke his own Rolands?
I don't know. Seed?
There was no seed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe... Oh, yeah, I don't... Actually, yeah, I don't know. I guess...
That must have been a misclick.
Yeah, that actually doesn't even make sense. Seed doesn't need the smoke don't disrupt the seed. I don't even know. I was so confused, I confused myself.
And you hurt yourself in your own confusion.
Yeah. It got me.
Mm-hmm. God damn, yeah, like, nothing's going on now. This is... Like, he's been completely
I was almost worried I was desynced or something.
Same. Oh, no, that's right. T90.
Yes, yeah, and so a big boy buy here by Lordpie. And this is sometimes you see it, Rain, is when you're down, invest in the super heavy if you have it available, right? Actually, like to our last game, sometimes when you're down, the super heavy can just draw an inordinate amount of fire, and it can open up avenues for you. But it's going to be hard, especially with these 1-point sectors. It's not like there's a 2-point sector he could kind of all in on and maybe get himself into a decent position. This will eventually become like a slow one-tick grind, I think.
Yeah, because really the best thing that T90 can do, it can only do limited fire support in the town, obviously. But just try to get in a favorable engagement with a clerk. But there's other force multipliers, like in the sky, we got the Peace Shrine. I believe Leopard 2A1's still alive, and that's getting repaired. And look, there's ATGM teams also being brought on out. So Yeah, T90 is going to be, I say, an uphill battle, but he's the one going to be going downhill in this case.
Yeah, it's actually one of those times where the T90 probably does not want to drive down the hill. Like, because it's just, he's going to flex to Foxtrot here, which I guess, makes sense, but it's going to be hard no matter which way you look at it. And we see, was that a Martyr 2 way up there?
Yeah.
On the move? Yeah, Martyr 2, we got Panzergrins coming up, some AA support. The Peace Ryan is just, he's on the prowl, right? He's looking for some T90 to eat up. And Recon tanks coming out forward here. I don't know, it's a big gamble here, and that's a lot of points dumped right there with the two ZTQs. Okay, no, it's the 25.1. Okay, yeah.
That's not too bad. I do like how he is at least trying to get some foothold in Foxtrot, because you really need some presence there. At this point, he can't really fully capture Foxtrot, that's just an impossibility, but he can at least try to hold one of the major forests in that sector, just to keep the tick neutral.
Yeah, and that's a smart play for him. Like you said, you don't want all of Foxtrot to fall, and he does have pretty easy access to that corner of it. The problem's going to be how does he push out from there, I think, right? Especially because Delta, he's really not making any moves for Delta whatsoever. And so that just buys time for Orangina to, kind of consolidate his front, figure out where he wants to go. And if there is an eventual Delta push, I just think the longer you wait on it, the less and less likely that's going to be successful.
Also quite interesting seeing Orangina actually relocate his Leclerc more into the Foxtrot area. It's kind of like he can sense the T90 is here, ready for action.
Yeah, it's just, has he spotted? He might have spotted it once already, I think, coming down the hill or something. But it's also like, I don't know, this is like a genius thing to figure out, hey, I see where the smoke's dropping randomly on the map, right? if he doesn't have vision, you have a good idea. The T9, this is the lull, right? We were kind of just like, was the game in sync? In reality, the player may have figured out. No, he's buying something big, and the only that makes sense is the T90S. No, what was the plane last time? No F-18 coming out.
Oh, yeah. Especially right at the end when it had no effect. At least this T90 has some chance to get that decisive battle, Graham.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we're going the decisive battle here, the Leclerc versus the T90 can 100% win the battle. Oh, yeah, and it smacks the Leclerc right there, lets him know, hey, what's up? Peace Ryan diving in, though, trying to get shots with the smoke placement is really, it's really well done there by Lordpie. And Peace Ryan goes down to the HQ-61s.
Damn, that's a very good snipe, because there's only, 2 Peace Rhymes in that deck, and those are going to be the main threat for the Super Heavies. Yeah,
this ain't the old OP Eurocore. We're going to get 4 of them, I believe.
Yeah.
For so long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus that was crazy. Christ. We forget that, like, all these Warno people, Rang, they always want to complain. Wargame players just took it like a man.
10-man Maglan Scrotch.
Yeah, like, we had 4 Peace Ryans rolling around in Eurocore for almost a decade. Oh, with this Leclerc. Yeah, Swedish reserves. How about Danish reserves from Airland?
Oh, God. Oh, they're going in?
They're trading against each other here, but the ZTQ, I keep wanting to say Z2K, it doesn't matter, it's dead.
Wow, that was exactly what Lordpie needed. I'm actually quite impressed that he managed to get such a clean fight.
Yeah.
On that Leclerc, it seemed a bit of a misplay from Q-Snake, because, I mean, it's always...
And Q-Snake reinforcing failure right there. The HQ-61 getting another kill, so both Peace Ryans Rang are out of this game. It is a +2, but we see that Foxtrot's going to be decapped here by Lordpie. And this T90S can pretty much rule the battlefield for the near future.
Yeah. Even though, like, the momentum hasn't actually changed yet, it definitely feels like for Lordpie, if he can keep his push going, he's going to be able to at least clear out Foxtrot, because that T90S is just king of the battlefield, like you said.
Yeah, one, it's playing with fire. He's on 2 HP, and I get that he, is that 25-point tank, but I would not want to risk my 2A1 right now, knowing that that's the only heavy piece of armor I have on the battlefield right now. Because the T90 is going to get repaired and be back in action. And with both Peace Ryans down, he doesn't have a ton of really good options in dealing with it. He's going to need Lordpie to make a mistake.
Yeah, he still has, like, Milan F2s, but they can only really tickle at T90S. It's like a 2 HP on hit, so he's probably going to... He's probably going to have to get, like, another Leclerc out, which he only really... Oh, he also has Laboratory 5, so he has the reserves of Super Heavies.
Yeah, he has the ability to call out more super heavies, but the problem now comes from, and it's a benefit here to, Lordpie, it's crazy how fast this can shift, is that's a long wait, right? You're waiting a period of time to bring out another super heavy, get it to the front, and it's got to produce. Lordpie is in a position now where his super heavy has really changed the game over the next couple minutes, and so he has the ability to flex himself into Foxtrot, and if you're going to save up for a super heavy as Cute Snake, you're going to have to kind of just accept losses somewhere.
I guess in the question now for Lordpie, how fast can he push his Foxtrot area? Because he does have a bit of time, but you don't want to be waiting around forever, especially at this +1 ticket.
Yeah, and we see actually Cute Snake buying out Martyr 2s with Panzer Grenadier 90s down south towards Charlie because some Xanshi 85 ring made it into the town there.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have already gotten spotted because that Milan F2 is spotting them, but they can't see the Milan F2. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, but the Hap will come up here and provide really good fire support, and there's no H27's way far back, so he'll Cute Snake will deal with this, but it actually is annoying if you're a Cute Snake because you just wasted. Let's see how many points is that. So the Martyr 2 itself, that's what 100 points roughly for the Panzergrins and the Martyr 2.
Yeah,
and then another 100 for the Hap. So that's that's a whole Leo 2A5 plus some change invested to go clear out those Xanshis.
Yeah, and that Hab can't really do anything up north when he relocates it. There's no real okay, now there's some helicopters to shoot down with the Mi-25s, but they're not exactly the scariest thing of Felita missiles.
Yo, don't hate the Felita. Don't hate. Mi-25 North Korean version is the best helicopter in game, Ring Room.
Better than the Lynx AH-7?
It's superior than all other ways. Better than the longbow.
Whoa. I think Razman's going to have to redo his list, Jen.
Yeah, you tell him that it's the Mi-25 that's the superior helicopter, and all players of skill know it.
And they're going to be going in hot. Right now.
They're actually going big hot here on these AMX-10s. Oh, they're getting opened up by the VAB. Can they kill the VAB here? They get that. One missile looks good. No.
35% accuracy, let's go.
He's still alive. That's all that matters. They're gonna make it out. I believe in them. Oh, okay.
Oh, come on.
That was a user error.
Yeah.
User error.
Yeah. He sort of avoided the anti-air.
Yeah, obviously.
It's
come on now.
Like skill issue, jeez.
Is this the rookie tournament or the elite veteran tournament? But other than the Mi-25 play right there, Lordpie is doing a good job of consolidating his base of support in Foxtrot and then pushing out from there. And that Leopard 2A1 is in big-time danger. And actually, so are those AMX 30s, the rolling 3s back there.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to be kind of careful because these tanks are pushing up more BM-24 strikes onto the town, which actually they really haven't done that much.
No, they've just been really wasting a lot of supply.
Yeah, they're actually a bigger waste of ammo than anything. That if I did like critique Lordpie, I think at some point in the past 5 minutes or 10 minutes, they've kind of just been wasting their rockets. I'm
actually surprised he doesn't have the napalm rocket launcher which China has, because that'd probably be pretty good dealing with that towny napalm. The back of it, do you rush an infantry 1-2 punch?
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Ring. But it's definitely better for trying to get it either back in that town or evict infantry units from the blocks, right? So either way, I definitely agree with you there. I will say down south though, Cute Snake investing more, and he's going to get a Leopard 2 command tank. Whoa. So instead of opting for a super heavy to go do battle up in Foxtrot, he's looking to cap Delta, and I think this shows us his strategy now, Rang. It's to get a point lead and just hold it.
Yeah, which honestly isn't a terrible strategy. I think he can hold on to Foxtrot for a little bit longer. It's an infantry CV. Oh, Leopard 2
got annihilated.
But if he can, just keep at points bleed, he's already at over 200 points. And at 20 minutes, that's a pretty good position to be in.
Yeah, no, and especially with only 1 point sectors, right? Because I think I said this about 10 minutes ago. If he's going for the slow 1 point grind, well, he succeeded. And now he's going to get a +2 here for a period of time, at least the next 2-3 minutes. So we're talking a significant point lead on 1 point sector only. That puts him in a very good spot. The problem is he's going to have to hold it, and momentum on the ground really isn't going for Cute Snake right now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he can hold on to Foxtrot for a while.
J7 going out.
Oh, it's got seed.
Both of them. Oh, and the Rolands are getting cleaned up. He should have smoked it there. Wow.
I know. User error. I mean, I believe the smoke has like anti-radar properties.
It is.
Like
It is.
messes with the computers.
They discovered it in Ukraine, and so now Cute Snake is deploying the anti-radiation smoke to protect his AMX-30 Roland 3s. Based.
Indeed.
Well, Lordpie is still pushing up. The ZTQ is going to do, reconnaissance by fire, and he's dead for his troubles there. So he does spot the Milan F2. And now Lordpie kind of seems like he's not sure where he wants to go, because he has pretty much locked us down, but he does know that there's a CV somewhere. So he's trying to get that Milan F2, waste some shots. The PH shoot Tiger has pushed up here. Oh, the T90S is exposed. There's no smoke. And so that's a hot 2 coming right for him. Yeah, hitting him right there in the front there. 3 HP off right away.
Mm-hmm. It's probably going to come down to Lee Ren moving up and spotting his command infantry for him to clear up this sector. But still, I mean, Q Snake, he's almost at 260 points now. He just needs to hold for really just a few more minutes, and I think he can just very easily just fortify the town. He'll eventually lose it, but it'll buy him enough time to win the match.
Yeah, and we see the down south, he's kind of doing his own little thunder run. These Martyr 2s going all over Delta here, and there's nothing really in front of them that can stop them. I mean, the ZTQ here might be able to, but it misses. Oh, they're actually low HP, excuse me. They're down to 3 each. So if he gets some good shots here, he'll be fine for the Martyrs. But Alpha, which looked pretty firmly, at least under the orbit of Lordpie, I mean, Q Snake could sneak something in there.
Yeah, he's managed to really just sneak it under his sphere of influence here by just going right through the forest and ignoring the village, which honestly is a pretty legitimate strategy. Once again, he doesn't need to really make any crazy offensive maneuvers. He just needs to neutralize zones on his +1 map.
There it is. There it is. He's called it out. The juicy big boy. It's coming. The Leopard 2A5. He said he is tired of the French armor. He wants that heavy German stuff, and it's coming out.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely going to slow down the T90. And everything, once again, just comes down to slowing down Lordpie. Especially now for this extra, fire support on the field with the Tiger 2, which could use a bit of ammo. The Milans. I mean, no more peace range. But still, it's enough to just keep that T90 array for a little bit.
Right. Well, Lordpie's missed an opportunity here, Rang. He's played a really solid game over the past 20 minutes, making a strong comeback here after the death of the Leclerc in the Foxtrot push. But for about 3-4 minutes now, that CV has been the only unit in Foxtrot for Cute Snake. And it's just, the point tick is brutal. There's no other way to put it. At this point in the game, with the sectors available to it, every minute that it stays alive further diminishes the ability for Lordpie to win the game. And it's right there. And he's so close to being able to find it.
Yeah. It's like, I was trying to think of like a board game.
A board game?
Yeah, like a board game where you like hide about. But I guess we'll just use hide and seek as an analogy.
Yeah, hide and seek works.
Hide and seek work is simple. I think most people get it.
If you don't get hide and seek, please unsubscribe from the channel.
Yes. I don't know what you're doing here.
Right. If you don't know it, just get out.
To seek out something else.
Yeah, yes. Seek out, you just hit new game, Warno. You might like that better.
I'm also quite surprised that Lordpie hasn't been trying to do any plays into the town, even just small skirmishes.
Yeah, he basically tried the one time and said, nah, I'm not about that life. GH7, Fabao, way down south. What's he looking for?
That's a good question.
Maybe just for some air detection?
Maybe. Because yeah, it does have like exceptional air detection.
It is exceptional, I believe. Yeah. I mean, there's a Panther rolling up with a CV. He's going to try and go for the Gazelle Cannon here. If he sniped that in air, that'd be pretty big.
Oh, no, in fact.
Yeah, never mind.
Never mind. Here comes Leopard 35 is now on the battlefield.
And the T90S is outside the smoke. Okay, he's back up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what this is going to kind of come down to. 3 BM24s right now.
Jeez, he doesn't even have an FOB.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have one at all.
He's going through so many supply trucks.
The problem is that the Rimas and the Legion are all going to go back to full health.
Yeah.
Like, for the amount of artillery he's dropped on that town, not much of it is destroyed, and all the infantry is back to full health. So if his plan is to, actually his plan is definitely not that, I'll just not make myself look dumb. He's calling out another T-90S.
Okay, it's going to become another armor battle here. The question is, can he, like, follow through?
This is, like, about to be mini Kursk right now.
Mm-hmm. With, like, 3 tanks.
Yeah, it was like 3 tanks. It's Wargame version of Kursk. But the big thing, Rang, is that I mean, even then, like, time is not on Lordpie's side right now. So he's going to, if this T9 is being committed, he's going to have to get aggressive with it. Like, we're going to need to see some bold play out of it, because he needs to wipe Foxtrot and then also decap Delta. Like, he needs a +2 for for pretty much the game moving forward here.
Frankly, he needs to get to Charlie. If he doesn't get to Charlie, he's going to be buggered.
Well, if he could kill Delta CV and get Foxtrot, that could get him the +3.
Yeah.
But the +2 has to start, now, and he's not getting any plus.
Mm-hmm.
He's negative.
That Fuhung's group is just not getting spotted. Oh no, it's some artillery. Oh, it's
just
shooting right over.
Yeah. Yeah, the 285. Okay, so the 285 has exposed itself, but he does have the helicopter kind of backline there protecting it. So we'll see if he's going to commit. Oh, he's going to commit the J7. There's no smoke on the 285. It takes both missiles to the face. What a Chad. But it's going to be forced him to push back, and now the T90 is going to have to commit here.
Yeah, he really just needs to make his push happen. Milan F2 might get a side shot.
It's going to look... Oh, misses. Left 2 right there, failing. You can just feel the disappointment from Napoleon's grave right there as that F2 just completely whiffs. But he's got to go. So HU7 fires and it misses, so the HAP's going to go forward here. Not that it can do a ton of damage to the T90, but it's going to force these HU61s to come out here and fire on him as well.
Yeah, and so is the other T90 coming in as well, and the Laboratory 5, just thanks to, the extra fire support. Oh my god! He got blapped!
And he knew that it was still shooting at him, but there was a gap still in the smoke there, and Lordpie's T-90S was still shooting at the Panzer Grenadier squad, and that F2 team with his last missile gets maybe a game, sealing kill. Yeah,
because he really needed both T-90s alive to, overpower that Laboratory 5 and all the extra fire support here. So now if even just one T-90, he's gonna be a bit buggered. See, going out the smoke, has no anti-air nearby. The HAP's got a very good stun and hit.
Yep. Yeah, this is looking really dire here now for Lordpie. So he does get some snipes on the road with these AMX-13s, reservists unloading, but he's got to get the helicopters out of the area here. J87 coming in. What's it trying to snipe? It's transports. So the J87A, the Fabao, does get a pick on the Gepard too, so that's nice. But and the CV did die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the CV is dead. That stops the tick here. But Alpha was decapped, so there's no actual gaining of points. And now Lordpie, I think, is going to be forced into a frontal assault on the town.
Yeah, he needs to secure Foxtrot Delta pretty much immediately. Alpha's going to be out the question in regards to trying to do an attack. Even though there's not a whole lot yet, it's still a lot of unknowns of what could be in the forest.
I just send it.
Yeah. He has a lot of stuff in the village.
He does still, but yeah, he has a decent amount of stuff. He has armor. There's even some, it's not good armor, right? But, oh no, this is the 60-point ZTQ-62G. Yeah. No, he's got a nice little recon tank to support him there. We see more BM-24s dumping their rockets into the town. The Rimas now are down to 11, excuse me. So, they've suffered some casualties now. Legion 90, though, completely unaffected. They were like, my grandfather dropped in the Bien Phu. Like, this ain't nothing. J87's opening up on the mortars right there.
Empty
the mortars
mortars.
Probably less than the missile's worth.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, if Lordpie's going to do it, like, he's got to do it now. I mean, we have 10 minutes left here in this match, and he's just... I mean, it's 394-1.
It's
so
kind of dire, but he is bringing up a huge...
the clerk and a 285.
Oh.
So double super heavy here by Cute Snake going in. T90S is isolated by himself up in the north there. There's no ATGMs or anything here to cover that T90S. So his mortar play is going to have to be pretty solid, rank, and he's going to need that J7 back out.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of do or die here. T90, once that smoke dissipates, she is buggered between a French-German alliance.
The Germans and the French have formed a union on the battlefield here. And it's exemplified, by the tank combats as they go in together. So that Leclerc, in true French fashion, will detrack himself, and the German's got to go forward by himself. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah, he's going to be committing to it. I guess this is just all buying time here for Lordpie to reload the J7H, because by God, he's going to need it. Especially now, his seed has been on point, so at least it's not a whole lot of air fretch.
The F4F's been put up, so he's going to wait for the KWS to go down. Because, Cute Snake Ring has tried to use AA to stop the air power, and while the air power hasn't been insanely impactful on the course of the game, it has taken a toll on Cute Snake's troops. So he's decided, I think, all right, I'm done with the radar micro. That's for losers. I'm using air superiority fighters. Yeah. Will it work? Who knows?
That will be the question.
But I mean, the smoke play, so the Leclerc and the Leopard 25 are smoked up. There's some cheap recon tanks in front of the T90S here. But I'm not seeing a lot of urgency yet out of Lordpie Ring, and I'm not quite sure why that is, because, I mean, look, I'm not great at math, but the math right here tells me, even from my basic education, he ain't got the points.
No, he does not. Oh, T19 Leclerc's going at it. Leopard 25 following through.
It's round 2. T90, though, took a nasty little hit from that Leclerc. And now the Eurocorps tanks, I mean, they're clearly in the lead here. He could almost commit those. If the smoke play was good, there's an ATGM coming up, but he's going to go ahead and back up. Oh, because the G87s are coming in. And you got the evac here. This air package is wasted, and the KWS trying to get the snipe. Oh, and one Ambram hit. Will the second one connect? No. Second one will miss.
And then comes the infantry push.
Yeah. Infantry going in, not a lot of smoke on them. Eric's is leaping out here, trying to hit these IFVs. Milan F2's getting some kills as well. I mean, he might have the raw firepower to get in here, but it's going to take him a minute or two before he consolidates that position. Yeah,
those Legion 90s are really going to be the major threat here, and they are just holding it like...
Did you realize a Caesar was bought by Cute Snake?
What? Why?
Because you just chill in the back there.
Oh, he has been firing because he has the FOBs. Well, no, he's also been resupplying his stuff.
I've never noticed it have an impact, though.
No.
The F4 just trashed some Chinese plane. I don't know what it was, but it got blapped out the sky.
God damn, those Legions are lasting much longer than I thought they would.
Bruh.
I know.
I'm telling you, their granddad saw some shit and they passed it down. I mean, they're back
Isabel.
They're back in Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said no Beatrice here.
Where are the Chaffies?
Right. Well, where is the Chaffee? I need that in the French deck to come up and support. I mean, they're holding on here. They're buying a lot of time, which honestly, that's all Cute Snake needs is time. The longer this continues to go on, it just further cements outside of some crazy play, dare I say, a helo rush. That's the only thing that could change this game, I think, right now. It's just the math is just too far gone.
And you're completely right about the lack of urgency here from Lordpie, because, I think people just, especially towards the end of the match, just don't like throw away units. But down south, you just select everything in an attack move. You're gonna lose if you don't do it. You're going to lose, and if you do it and you lose, at least you tried.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd understand if there was like a 2-point sector, and he was, like, hey, I can get the 2-point sector. Maybe that'll get me back in the game. But here, it's all 1-pointers, and I've said that multiple times in the cast. I mean, there's a huge bombing run coming out of here. Was this for the one Legion, or is he? No, he's trying to snipe something. Oh, he's trying to snipe the Leopard 2 command tank.
Yeah, that's a lot of
HE. But he's gonna dip out of there. That German reverse gear, that's real Gucci, and he's gonna live. I mean, so the +1 will. Here we go. With 5.5 minutes left in the game, Lordpie gets his first tick.
There we go. And he loses it immediately. And then the Leopard gets smoked.
Yeah, and we see a Leopard 2 command tank also going up to Foxtrot. Oh, the T-90 died and we missed it.
Oh.
Dang it.
God damn it. Now, that pretty much means Cute Snake has complete control over Foxtrot now. Good God, there's nothing here to stop him.
Damn Legion 90 taking away our attention.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, there really is nothing. I mean, he's dropping some more. This J7 might get a nice kill here. It actually will. The French tank, of course, goes down. Where was the Leclerc on Razman's list? So I bet you, was it high?
I don't think it was really anywhere.
Was it anywhere? Was it not there? Okay.
No.
I was curious. I'm going to make another joke. But, so never mind then. I'll keep quiet. We see the Puma going in hot here with its little 30 mil. Because the AA actually has no ammo.
Oh, that's... Yeah, it's
he stops, and the excuses get both blapped right there. This Puma is going insane.
He's channeling his inner SU-25.
Yeah, he is like, I'm an SU-25T if I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you can all be SU-25Ts if you want to.
Yeah. I do flight practice off the roof of my house. I'm slowly getting better.
What? You just jump off your house?
Yeah, but I got like some cardboard missiles, which I also throw, which I try to hit targets at the lawn. The neighbors think I'm absolutely crazy, and I've been to the ER at least 6 times now, but I'm slowly getting better.
Do you have like an ejection, like a helmet, you know, maybe like a little like bed sheet or something as a parachute?
Yeah, I got like a USSR flag as a cape.
Oh my god.
I know, yeah. You gotta do something on the weekends.
Yeah. Can't just keep playing Wargame or look at War Chat, right?
No.
Well, the Mirage 2000 almost trying to gun around the J87 right there after it gets a kill on his comrade. That was dumb. That movie was the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
I'm glad I can impress and lower your expectations even further.
Been doing this a while.
Yeah. I think we can honestly take us to times too. Lordpie is pretty much spaghetti.
Okay.
We do that 3 minutes on replay time.
Alright.
And go.
It's a shame that it gets the +2 treatment, because for most of the game it was very competitive. Like they were duking it out, but Lordpie just never had the urgency ring. Like that was the big. Like, he was making some really solid moves, but it was just too delayed. Very British. Very British in his timing.
Like up north, he had opportunities. He was riping out the anti-air. He was knocking out the heavy armor on the ground. He had a really good artillery park, but it never really did anything because he could just resupply all the infantry. If he did like the huge artillery barrage of all 3 BM-24s and then follow through with a bunch of shock troops, he could have got that town like 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Especially like the CV being so close to death. I think you talked about sometimes players seem like they get worried about losing their units, right? It's like, but if you're down 250 points and there's still 15 minutes left of the game, you might as well just commit. Worst case scenario, the game ends 10 minutes earlier. But best case, maybe you break your opponent. And there was a real chance in this match for Lordpie to break Cute Snake. That front was on the verge of being completely ruptured, and the tanks just stopped like in a bridge too far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's also just the power of just like bluffing your opponent.
Look at the Mi-25s. They busted through.
They're going through, but it's too late.
5 seconds too late.
See, that's how you use the Mi-25s, right? Yeah. Going out right in hot into the CV. Yeah, look, I mean, the KD, Lordpie, actually has a superior KD, yeah.
Yeah, he did. And I mean, it kind of felt like that for a period of the game. Like, there was a solid 15-minute period, I think, maybe 20, where it felt like he was trading better than Cute Snake, was winning the engagements, had taken significant periods of ground because he looked almost down and out after the first major clash that they had, losing the town. And then I feel like he kind of sat there for a little bit. You know, he had tea time.
Mm-hmm. Got to stop for supper. Like, he really needed to get that town sooner. Because that would have pretty much opened up securing Foxtrot, pushing back into Delta, and then he could have really got a very good tick early on. But, like you said, just that lack of aggression really screwed him over. I don't know if it was, like, just lack of information. Because, of course, it can be a little bit hard reconning that map. But you kind of just need to take the risk.
Yeah, not to get down on him. He's obviously a great player. 2 very good players. It was a fun game to cast. Mm-hmm. It was just frustrating, I think, a little bit to watch it because you could see, like, this dude's on the verge of like making this comeback real and putting himself in the driver's seat. And God Vision, you know, when you cast, It's just something you have to always kind of take into account, right? You see things that the other players don't see 24/7, and so it's not always fair to say it. But there was legit a point where there was nothing but that CV.
Yes.
That was it.
Hide and seek champion.
Yeah, he was a hide and seek champion. He's gonna go on to the next round, and he better hope there's no like Finnish recon infantry, or actually better hope Entente isn't on the next round, because that recon tank will find it.
It will. But yeah, anything else to say, Graham?
No, it was a great game. Appreciate you having me.
Indeed, and thank you guys for watching, and as usual, please just take it easy.